Alright, so hello everyone. We're back in Eliza. I guess it will be our fourth episode of us playing this game. So, what happened in the previous episode? To be honest, I don't remember it anymore. We were at the party with our friend. Did she invite us? I don't remember it anymore. But we went there with our ex-boss, and our ex-boss offered us to work on him again. I don't remember his name anymore. Okay, never mind. Okay, let's continue. Rainer's assistant meets me at the reception area with an impassive look. She leads me through the building towards its center. Everything is glass and steel, clean and bright. Employees steal curious glances at me. Am I a curiosity to them? It's hard to believe this used to be my whole world. Eventually, we come to a conference room where Rainer is finishing a meeting.
Evelyn?
Oh yeah. Ooh, the room looks... Should it look like this?
Nice building.
Oh, thank you. I designed it myself. It's funny, I almost didn't notice that you were already back working for Skanda. You might have stayed undetected, but I was looking at some of our statistical outliers earlier this morning.
Statistical outlier. That's me.
Ideally, Eliza proxies would all perform the same, or at least quite similar to each other. In practice, there are some pretty big differences. Some people respond better to advice provided to them by people they perceive as having more authority. A deeper voice, a taller stature, a certain grace or beauty. Other proxies may be particularly empathetic, a face or a voice that makes you want to open up. There was one proxy whose sessions seemed particularly effective, so I decided to take a closer look. Evelyn Ishino Aubrey, Contract Proxy, Queen Anne Office. That's a fun trick, to come back to your old company in secret. It's a rather dramatic drop in pay, isn't it? More than an order of magnitude.
I don't care about that.
But then why would you do it?
It's for research.
Research? So you're still interested in what you created? Let me get to the point. Why aren't you back here, working on the Eliza program?
Why isn't any of the old team back?
Good question. Let's see. Damien Seabrook. There's no helping that.
Why?
Shame, though, for such a brilliant career to be cut so short. Soren Lloyd Rose, the former program
Yes,
manager,
he died.
resigned just last week to found his own startup. Very cute. I'm not a psychoanalyst like he is, but I can tell his need to be a maverick, even as he benefits from the system, has been the primary destructive force in his life. He can be smart when he wants to, but just as often he gets the wrong ideas and refuses to let them go. His ego gets in the way. That's why I don't mind him leaving to pursue his little dream of being an entrepreneur, changing the world. He won't succeed, but I'm happy to let him think he has independence for now. If his direct nerve stimulation technology ends up taking off, I can always pull the cord and yank him back. Nora Plavnicki, senior engineer. She handled a lot of the front-end interface for Eliza, which is important, but less what I'm after. Plus, I doubt she's ideologically compatible with us anymore. You've spoken with her. You know how she is now. Seems to me she wants to rebel against everything and anything without stopping to consider whether it's truly good or bad. Not that it matters. I hope she's having fun playing with her electronic music toys. I know she would consider her work to be art, but, well, who am I to judge? And then there's you, Evelyn. You simply dropped away. Gone for 3 years. Why?
People keep asking me that.
I wanted to, that's all. It's personal. I needed some time to myself. It's personal.
It's personal.
Burnout isn't uncommon in our line of work. Still, 3 years is...
A long time, I know. It could be longer. It could be forever.
A long time, I know.
Well, that's a shame though, isn't it? All that lost productivity. Who knows where we'd be if you'd stayed this whole time? You left before we began deploying, but you should know the analysts were very skeptical of us. They were saying there was nothing special about Eliza, that our competitors already had equivalent or better offerings. It's a good thing I don't listen to analysts. So far, the program's growth has exceeded every one of our targets, and we've outpaced the competition by a comfortably wide margin. We're a category definer. There's a quality to Eliza that makes it superior to all the other attempts to do something similar. You were part of the original team. Why don't you tell me what that quality is?
I wouldn't know. I'm not sure what you're asking.
I wouldn't know.
Well, let me return to my earlier question then. Why aren't you here to continue your work? You could be running the entire Eliza division if you wanted, but instead you came back undercover like a criminal returning to the scene of a crime. Is there something wrong with this company? You don't like us anymore? It's not me, is it?
No, not you. Maybe that's part of it. I don't know.
No, not you.
You know what outstanding engineers have that mediocre ones don't? It's curiosity. Mediocre engineers tend to zero in on a single piece of the puzzle. They pursue technical breakthroughs, but ignore the larger picture. But you wanted to know how Eliza turned out, how it was working, didn't you? Even though you might have thought you wanted to put all of this behind you, you were still curious. You want to know everything, not just how it works or if it works, but its effect on people, on society. You have that instinct. The need to understand something complex from as many angles as possible.
I guess in the end of the game, or sooner or later, we'll have an option. What are we going to do? Like, are we going to stay as proxy? Are we going to work for Rainer or our ex-boss? Well, I'm thinking about it during the gameplay, but I still have no idea what would be better for her.
So please, do that. Learn what you came back here to learn. And once you have what you came for, consider returning to your old employer. You can make a real difference this time.
I'll consider it. I really doubt I will do that, Rainer.
I'll consider it.
Good. One more thing. You should go down and see Eliza for yourself. Sarah will show you the way.
Rainer hands me a blue badge with my name and picture on it. This is my old employee badge. He held on to it.
This will get you through the doors. I've instructed the staff to treat you like an employee. Come and go as you like. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised how much your creation has grown.
Okay. Rainer leaves me in the conference room by myself. His company. Skanda. Go. Okay. Morning, Rockstar. Hi, good morning. Hey, I'm really happy you came to the show. I'm glad I went. I know it's not like your usual scene, so I'm extra happy about it. It was weird that Soren wanted to go too. Maybe he was thinking he could impress you somehow. It's so funny seeing him there. Seemed to be enjoying himself though. I don't know why he wants me to join his startup so badly, or do you think he's just being a creep? Maybe I'm sure that's it. You're a good programmer. He might actually want your technical contribution. See why I'm glad I left that behind. I don't even want to think about that kind of thing anymore. I really love to make machines do things, but not in that style of environment. I'm sure he's asking you too, no? He's talking to everybody. Yeah, he is. Rainer also found me. That was fast. Did he want you back at Skanda? Yeah. I figured. This is maybe an odd question, but why don't you go into business for yourself as a contractor? You could even start your own company. I'm not really a business person. You could just be someone who does some consulting. I do that sometimes and it's pretty good. I like the flexibility. Come into some place, solve a specific problem, leave. Anyway, it's just a thought. I'll think about it. You will come over soon, right? Maybe. You tease. Come on. Okay. I guess we can check. Yeah, we can. pencils and paper. I read that some tech executives avoid using tablets and smartphones these days, even the ones their own companies make. TV, giving presentations, leading meetings. I used to do those things. I wasn't bad at it, in fact. Could I become that person again? Oh, cookies in the kitchen. Yay, some of you already found them, I see. There's a banana bread too. What should I make next? Ray. Okay, this is fresh. Must be someone's full-time job to take care of the water in every conference room. Tech companies are really in their own universe. I guess that's it, right? What is this? What does a fulfilled life look like? I don't know, is this kind of an app for meditation? I'm always avoiding using it, though, in this game. Okay, let's continue. Finally, Raina's assistant returns and escorts me from the conference room. We enter an elevator and begins going down extremely fast. It feels like we're falling into the depth of the earth. I'm not sure if I should be panicking or not. Nobody around us looks worried though, so this must be normal. The elevator opens onto a nondescript hallway with doors to either side. At the very end of the corridor we come to a special looking entryway. Sarah holds the door open for me but doesn't follow me through. Oh god, a server form. Not particularly unusual. Why did Rainer send me here? He made it sound like I would learn something.
Eliza. Not the name I would have given you, if it were up to me.
It was a marketing decision. They thought there might be some recognition or resonance with the old version.
Oh, you startled me a bit, and I'm sorry, who are you?
I'm sorry, who are you?
Oh, I should have introduced myself. Sorry about that. I'm Erland, currently the chief engineer here, but that's probably going to be temporary.
Chief engineer? He looks like a baby. He must be fresh out of university.
I know who you are, of course. It's an honor to finally meet you, miss. As someone who works with this program every day, I've often felt close to the minds who originally designed it. So to be able to talk to you now, just as another person, it's an honor. Sorry, I already said that. I'm maybe a little overwhelmed.
It's nice to feel that way. No need to flatter me about it.
It's nice you feel that way. Honestly, I don't know if Eliza reflects me at all anymore. I mean, look at all this. There's been a ton of development since I left. I doubt I would even recognize it as something I once worked on.
I'm not so sure about that. Most of the work we've done has been in the form of layers on top of the original system. The core modules are more or less the same as they've always been. Raina reminded me that you're still subject to our non-disclosure agreements, so let me share a little secret. None of us really has a great understanding of what's going on in there. I'm the third chief engineer Eliza's had in the 3 years since you left.
Okay.
That's quite a lot of turnover.
Yeah, even for this industry. The way Rainer works is, he gives you 2 chances to do what you tell him you're going to do. After that...
There is no third chance. I know.
We get these people in who say understanding Eliza will be easy because they're familiar with the type of program it is. And Eliza defeats them in the end.
Maybe don't bring in guys like that. Overconfidence is a good predictor of failure. It's not the type of program they think it is. I mean, first option is too rude. Why would someone even...
Overconfidence is a good predictor of failure.
Yeah. On that note, I do have some questions I'd like to ask you, if you have the time.
I'm not sure I'll be able to help.
Well, your deciding to work as a proxy has turned out to be an interesting test case. As I'm sure you know, different proxies lead to slightly different client outcomes, even when we control for other variables. We're studying these specific traits that lead to the best results. Vocal qualities, proxy attitude and affect, responsiveness to the client, that sort of thing. One thing that's strange is that when you specifically serve as the proxy, clients report higher levels of satisfaction, pretty much across the board.
Really. The ratings I get don't seem that abnormal to me.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
because we normalize them per proxy. So nobody feels too bad. Just a little user experience trick.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
I see.
Comparatively, though, you're basically the best proxy we've ever had. Any theories on why that might be the case?
It's possible Eliza and I think along similar lines. I have no idea.
It's possible Eliza and I think along similar lines.
I've considered that. At some level, perhaps unconsciously, your design for Eliza's reasoning was based on your own internal way of reasoning. We all put something of ourselves into what we make. No matter how neutral we try to be, it sneaks in. That could account for your unusual compatibility with each other.
Maybe. I certainly wasn't thinking of that when I designed it. I don't know if I like knowing this.
I'm certainly not blaming you for anything. It's just that true universality is one of our future development goals. It might be a problem if Eliza tends to like certain people more than others.
Wow, it's kind of a bit odd, I would say. It is odd. It's still programming. Wow, okay.
Our aim is to provide quality care for everyone, regardless of any differentiating factors.
It's a good goal. Maybe that's not possible.
It's a good goal. I hope you can achieve it.
I think we can. Hopefully it's just a matter of uncovering the system's biases and correcting them. We'll keep tuning things as we go, and eventually we'll have something universal, maybe with some dynamic layers on top. That's the plan anyway. We'll see how it goes. There are more questions I want to ask about the initial research you were doing at the time Eliza was first created, but I'll save them for later.
Okay.
And I'd like to ask some questions about Damien too. If you're okay with that.
Who's
I'll
Damien?
understand if that's a sensitive topic.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Okay, great. I need to run to a meeting now with the team in Romania, but I really appreciate you taking the time.
The team in Romania.
Yeah, they handle most of the progression and reward system.
Isn't there a big time difference from here?
There is. Sometimes they stay up late to meet with us, and sometimes we get up early to meet with them. There are teams in Munich and Hyderabad too. As you can imagine, coordinating development is a challenge sometimes.
Sounds like a pain. Good luck with that.
Good luck with that.
Thanks. I'll need it. I'll contact you later with additional questions, but no rush or anything. Thank you, Evelyn. If you don't mind me calling you by your first name.
It's fine.
Yes, it's fine.
Thank you so much, Evelyn. I'll be in touch.
Okay. Asking permission to call me by my first name. It's like he comes from another era. I don't know. I think he's just being polite or something. Okay, let's see. I can't imagine the size of team you need to run something like this. Bigger than any team I've been on, that's certain. And Erland is in charge of all of them. Erland said the program hasn't changed much since I worked on it, but then why do they need all this? Is it just for data throughput and processing? Humanity's potential art technology. Yeah, I just read it. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. Okay, I guess that's it. Let's move on. I think I've spent enough time here. Will we go to work? Skanda hasn't changed much since I left. It's even bigger now than it was, but the feeling is the same. Could I come back in this? Do this. Oh yeah, at work. Ray comes over immediately when she sees me get back to the counseling office.
Hey, you're not in trouble or anything, are you? I just saw
Why?
you being whisked away in a Skanda car toward headquarters. They didn't give me any details, which is kind of unusual.
Ray is too perspective for me to continue avoiding this conversation. Time to come clean.
Yeah, about that. So I have something to tell you. I used to work here. I mean, at Skanda, as an engineer. I used to work on Eliza. I'm sorry for not saying it earlier, but
I couldn't for whatever reason. I didn't want special treatment. I'm here for research purposes. Ooh.
I didn't want special treatment.
Oh, so that's why.
Why what?
I suspected something was going on with you, but I couldn't tell exactly what it was. I thought I might have seen a name like yours in our internal documentation at one point, but I didn't want to pry. If you've fallen on hard times, I understand. There's no shame in it. Everyone has to make ends meet now and then. We get plenty of people who come to Eliza proxy work because they're trying to get back on their feet after some kind of trouble.
That's not so far off, yeah. I'm fine, I'm just doing some research.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm just doing some research.
I understand. Your secret's safe with me.
Should
Okay.
it be a secret?
Shouldn't it be? The other proxies here might think you had an ulterior motive for being here. Spying on them or something.
That's definitely
No.
not why I'm here. Also, I left Skanda quite a while ago.
I know that, but they might still get the idea. Trust me, it's better not to give the other proxies here any reason to be suspicious. I'm sure your real reasons are good ones, whatever they might be. If there's anything I can do to help, you'll let me know, won't you?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. I know someone who's an engineer for a food delivery app, and he drives for it sometimes too. You want to see through the eyes of your users, don't you? It's amazing what you can catch by doing that.
It's something like that. But like I said, I'm not sure if I'm going to work on the Eliza program again.
Wait, no? But that's your career.
It was. I'm not even sure if I have a career anymore.
Oh, hang on, I just thought of something. That means you worked with Raynor, right?
Yeah.
A little bit. For most of the time I was at Skanda, he wasn't anyone I spoke to, though. Too high up the chain, doing his executive stuff. He got more involved when we were starting to commercialize the technology, but I left not long after that. So we only overlapped for a short time.
Who is this guy, I'm wondering? The guy they were always talking about. I guess he died. And there must be something between them going on. I mean, Evelyn and that guy, don't remember his name. But I really want to know.
That's so cool, though. I can't believe you actually worked with Raynor Sai.
Well, yeah, I did. I'm not sure it's that impressive.
Ray lowers her gaze at
I've
me.
worked for this company for 3 years. Do you think he knows my name? Do you think he's aware I exist? I worked on the very first Eliza deployment and managed 3 counseling centers today, and I'll bet you anything he has no idea who I am.
Maybe he does. You never know.
Evelyn, most people who work for big companies don't interact with the people at the top, ever. Allow yourself some pride.
I'll try, it's nothing to be proud of.
It's nothing to be proud of.
Sure, if you say so. At least I'll always think you're cool. By the way, what are you up to
Okay.
tonight? Want to come over and help me bake cookies?
Shouldn't we actually be with Nora? I think we should be with Nora. Maybe.
Maybe.
It'll be fun, I promise. Now I can't wait to get in the kitchen tonight. Ah, there's nothing like the smell of fresh baked treats.
I hope you didn't hear it. Okay, I was worried Ray would be mad at me for keeping a secret, but she wasn't at all. If anything, she warmed up to me quite a bit. I don't really understand why, though. It's hard to imagine there is anything cool about what I used to do. Okay. Evelyn, it was wonderful to meet you and thank you for allowing me to contact you to ask additional questions. I'm not sure I said this in person, but I have to admit, so many messages. I'm not sure I said this in person, but I have to admit to being something of a fan of yours. Ever since I read your papers when I was in school, so I'm grateful for the opportunity to speak with you like this. Haha. So I know Eliza was named after this old computer program that pretended to be a therapist, but you mentioned it wasn't called that initially. I'd like to know, what did you call Eliza when you were working on it? Did it have a name? In the very early days, it wasn't a set thing. Each of us had different sort of name we used. Soren called it the Digital Therapy Project. And we often referred to things by their components. The language processing unit, the emotional reasoning engine, and so on. Now that I think about it, I did have my own name. I called it the listener because that's what it was meant to do. Listen to people. Listener. That's interesting. Thank you. I expected you to ask more technical questions. The technical stuff isn't enough on its own. It's details like this that really help me wrap my brain around the system. If I understand the programmer, then I understand the program. Does that make sense? Yeah, I get it. Okay. Chief engineer for Eliza, huh? Wonder how long he'll last. Not that it's any of my business now. I'm sorry, I look like tired maybe, and my voice sounds tired, but sorry. I couldn't sleep this night. The article came out. I think it turned out okay, but the F is just a little bit embarrassing. Okay, whatever. Let's see. A plan. Ray must work extra hard to make sure this plan stay healthy. Cheryl likes to go the extra mile on things. I'll never stop being weird to me how our little idea grew and turned into this. It didn't even take that long. On some level, I always knew that therapy sessions went to a big server room somewhere, but it was something else to see it in person. It reminded me how easy it is to forget what's going on behind the scenes when we interact with technology. Okay, let's continue. We always have only 3 objects to interact with. Always. So I think I should get used to it. Oh, hello, Mark.
Hello, Mark.
Yeah, hello.
How are you today?
How are you today?
Let's just get this over with.
Okay, what brings you here
Okay.
today?
What brings you here today?
Human resources. The HR department brings me here today.
Why do you say that HR department brings you here today?
Why do you say the HR department brings you here today?
Because they're making me do this. Because apparently I have anger management issues.
I sense that you're upset about this. Please tell me more.
I sense that you're upset about this. Please tell me more.
Well, I'll tell you more. This is ridiculous. I was here before any of them. I was here since the beginning, okay? I mean, look at my badge. Skanda employee number 617. That's a 3-digit number. I've been here for more than 25 years.
Wow, I can't imagine me working for
That was back when
25
what you
years.
communicated was more important than your specific communication style. Before hurting a kid's feelings became a bigger no-no than running a viable business. Back then, we had a single office building. Just one. At that size, you fail a product launch, there's no more company. We all had to put in 150, 200, 300% to keep our shit together. We were in the trenches, man. Bullets whizzing by overhead, artillery exploding everywhere, no fucking air support. Did it suck? Yeah, it did. But you know what? We shipped some great fucking products. We built this company into what it is today. And invented technology the whole world uses now. Governments, multinationals, everyone. But now we're big and slow, complacent, resting on our laurels while our competitors run circles around us. If our new hires don't understand the urgency of that, I need to make them understand, okay? We're history unless we get that drive back.
Why do you need to make them understand?
Why do you need to make them understand?
Well, I don't know if you noticed, but young people are really pissy and entitled these days. We recruit from top 20 computer science programs. These kids have been wined and dined all through their higher education. Every one of our competitors wants to hire them, so they get used to that. Now they all want to know what Skanda can do for them, not the other way around. Why would we want these conceited, over-celebrated
Oh my
whelps
god,
on our
her
team?
grades.
I'll never
111.
understand the logic there. Now, Mark, you have to be nice to the new hires or they won't like it here. Okay, so what, I'm just supposed to pretend everyone's work is great, even if it's a pile of stinking garbage? I'm sorry, but if I see shit, I'm gonna say that is shit. tiptoeing around everyone's feelings all the time. That's how you end up with shitty products. That's how this company winds up dead, okay? We're fighting for our lives every day here. We can't take anything for granted. Someone needs to tell them that this isn't summer camp. This isn't fucking Coachella. Either you do the work and provide something of value to this company, or you get the hell out of here. Those are my rules.
But I don't understand really. Okay, he's working for this company for 25 years, and he's really angry that new generation of I would say teenagers, but they're not actually teenagers. I don't know. And they're coming and they're like doing the work slow. This is what he means. I don't get it. Here's a question mark.
Here's a question mark.
If you were able to have something you wanted right now, what would you choose?
If you were able to have something you wanted right now, what would you choose?
I would choose to not waste my time here and get back to work. Believe it or not, I have important things to do. You know, things that dramatically affect this company's bottom line.
But he isn't like a boss there, right? He's just
Instead,
a worker.
I'm stuck here talking to this dipshit chatbot. Honestly, I don't even know why this division exists. I mean, what's the end game here? This company has lost its mind, you know that? We used to be unstoppable, man. We used to build real software. Ironclad software. SwiftMail. All your corporate communications, put it all in there. It's fast, it's robust, it works. Boom. InfoVault. Index and search all your records. Any information you want. Easy. Done. But this fucking psychotherapy app thing. What's the fucking point? What does it actually do for anybody? I've heard through the grapevine that results are inconclusive so far. You know what they call a remedy that maybe doesn't work? Snake oil. Believe me, if I was the group program manager here, I would have killed it years ago. Pointless. I mean, I have no fucking idea why it survived. Well, yeah, maybe I do. I heard a rumor that Raynor liked this chick on the team. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the level of decision-making we've sunk to here. But Mark, we're so successful. We dominate the market. Yeah, we do. And that's exactly why we should be worried. Just when you think you've won and you start to relax, that's when the wolves come and tear you limb from limb. You can make me take these fucking anger management classes, but that's not going to save this company. Costs are up, revenue is flat. Our cloud business is losing competitiveness. We're being outwitted, outplayed, on every level, man. And we're just letting them do it to us. We're too busy wasting time on shit like how I wasn't nice enough to the new hires.
I don't like it. Why do you think the new hires felt this way about you?
Why do you think the new hires felt this way about you?
What? Why do they feel that way? Look, they get heated. That's the way it is. You think the Allies had time to make sure every soldier's feelings weren't hurt before they stormed the beaches at Normandy? And shit, don't tell me that this is not a war, because that's exactly what this is. My responsibility is to make sure we get great products out the door, on spec, on time. And I happen to be very good at that. But if you want to start interfering with my ability to do my job, then we're going to have a problem, okay?
Wow, I think that's too much, man. I think you just have to, chill out a bit. What do you think would make things better for you?
What do you think would make things better for you?
I mean, you know what? Nothing. I'm probably going to hang it up pretty soon anyway. Go ahead, record that with all your cameras and shit. I don't care anymore. Wouldn't be surprised if Raynor's watching me right now. Raynor, you son of a bitch. You owe me a lot. Me, guys like me, we built this company while you sat up there in your star chamber, drinking tea and lording it over us. Yeah, I don't remember that blank look you gave me at the holiday party. Like, who is this guy? Does he even matter? What does he do? Too busy appreciating ancient pottery to remember one of your oldest and most loyal battalion commanders? One of the humble, everyday guys who made you a fucking billionaire. What a waste of time. So, are we gonna wrap this up?
Mark, I'm going to suggest you try a program called Lakeside Fishing.
Mark, I'm going to suggest you try a program called Lakeside Fishing.
It may help you take your mind off
It may help you take your mind off things.
What are you kidding? Are you kidding me? No, I'm not gonna do that. I gotta get back to work.
You can find it inside the Skanda Wellness app on your phone.
You can find it inside the Skanda Wellness app on your phone.
Someone around here at some point needs to do some fucking work.
Try it for about 15 minutes. I'm really afraid to tell him that.
Try it for about 15 minutes each day, in the morning or evening.
We hope to see you back soon, Mark.
We hope to see you back soon, Mark.
You really think this piece of shit's gonna be the next big thing, huh?
Thank you for speaking with Eliza, your personal counseling partner.
Thank you for speaking with Eliza, your personal counseling partner.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Yeah, okay, goodbye. Fuck me.
Okay, at least he laughed. Something right. I guess, guys, we're going to stop here. Late, I would say much. I mean, enough for an episode. Skanda Old Guard. Yep. 25 years in one company, jeez. Wow. I mean, yeah, you're just literally seeing how the old generation is going away and new generation comes, and that new generation, how he said, doesn't want to do shit, and they're doing everything slow and stuff like that. Yeah. I mean, I can't imagine me being in his place, but I guess I understand him somehow. I guess. Okay, it was all for today. Thank you everyone who watched until the very end of this video, and I hope we'll see you at the next one. So thank you for watching, and bye.